All right, so I'm gonna be explaining the CS internship timeline. So when you actually apply for internships, we're gonna break it down. So first of all, my freshman year mistake. So I had no strategy. So I didn't think about internships seriously. Like no one actually told me when or how to start. Much like college, like no one told me like when to apply and stuff like that. So I missed out on a lot of opportunities. So I didn't focus on my resume, projects, networking. I really didn't know like how to do what. And then sophomore year, like everyone around me had internships, and I had to catch up from scratch. So if you're watching this and you're not a freshman, or if you're still in high school, like you're earlier than me, so that's good. And then if you're not a freshman right now and you're older, like say you're a sophomore or a junior right now, it's um it's better late than never. Okay, so what do you actually need? So you need a base level of competence before applying first, okay? So know your data structures, have coding experience, have one to two real projects, um, and then basic problem solving. So don't wait to feel ready, just apply anyway. Okay, now when do internships open? So this is very, very important, okay? So summer is the most competitive. Usually you'll apply in August to September for next year's summer. So if I am in 2026, so if I'm applying for 2026 internships, actually let me do 2027 internships again, because right now it's 2026 February, right? So if I'm applying to 2027 internships, I have to apply in August of 2026. So if I want, again, I'm going to repeat it for you. If I want internships for 2027, I have to apply for August 2026. And these are competitive, but this is when you start applying, like for big tech and mostly all companies. And then something less common is like you can apply for fall internships, which are typically around like August to December, and they're through April, from April to May. And then you also have spring, which is even less common, but it's from September to November. You apply for the roles in January through April. And summer internships is it's the most competitive cycle that you're gonna go through. So you apply in August of 2026 for summer of 2027, and then you do the interviews from usually like October to December, and then you get the offer around like January or November to January ish, maybe a bit later, depending on team matching and all that. And then you do the internships from like May to July, let's say. So you'll apply a year before the internship even starts. So do not wait until like January, February. Like if you are watching this right now and you are applying for summer internships right now, um, first I'll say like it's not too late still. Like again, better late than never. But um, at the same time, I would say don't do that next year if you still have a few internship cycles left. Don't wait, don't do that same thing next year, okay? And then what if you missed August, right? So let's say right now it's February, so what if you missed August? Well, don't give up, right? Companies will post roles all year round. So the specific roles that I'm talking about is like big tech, like usually like Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Google, like all of those will post stuff really, really early. Like all of the prestigious ones will do it. But smaller companies often hire later, like even into like March and even April, if we're being honest. So for your first internship, you should prioritize experience over prestige anytime. And then here was my personal timeline. So I freshman year I had no internship focus. So if you're earlier, you're definitely ahead of me. And then freshman year summer, I grinded courses and certificates. A lot of them worked, a lot of them didn't. I actually go into detail like what worked and what didn't on my channel. But sophomore year, I started applying for the following summer, right? And then I landed Verizon and then Apple right after. So that's kind of my personal timeline there. So here are your next steps, okay? This advice is definitely timeless because recruiting cycle is very consistent. Um, and you're going to identify the next internship cycle. Okay, when is the next summer? Assess your base skills. Like, be honest with yourself. Like, are you ready to apply? And sometimes, you won't be fully ready, but you have to be ready enough to apply. So just sharpen your DSA, um, sharpen your resume, and then build experience if needed. Like, I have guides on how to build experience without experience. You can look at those. Start today, like start applying today. There's always something open, I promise you. And where to find internships? You can typically find them in the GitHub internship list, JobRite AI master list, and Handshake. And you can go through them like weekly, apply consistently, don't overthink it, and both quality and volume matter in this market. But yeah, that's gonna be it. If you want more resources, they're linked down below. I have an entire post that explains it from start to finish, so you can take a look at it, as well as the links to these three places so that you can find them right away. But thank you for watching. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.